Eastern PA Weather 30 meteorologist Bobby Marchich here with your outlook for December 6, 2017. For your Wednesday, we're going to turn cooler today because we had the cold front that moved through yesterday, brought us some showers last evening, yesterday afternoon, last evening. We don't have that offshore, so we're now expecting winds to start coming in more from the west, and skies will clear out today. We'll call it a mix of clouds and sun, maybe some clouds early to start for the far southeastern areas in the morning, but I do think we get a mix of clouds down there as well at some point during the day. But further in the interior, just a mix of clouds and sun the entire day. Will be cooler by a good 15 degrees from what it was yesterday, so you'll definitely feel a difference from what it was from Tuesday to Wednesday. And yesterday, what I said in the video, if you watched that, it would be the last time we'd be talking about the word mild in a while, and that is still holding true today and probably will be for the foreseeable future at least. Going forward from this point, we have the front pushing further to the south. Now, there was some speculation that there's another piece of energy that will form in the wake of this front and move northeastward, but we will come close enough on Friday or Friday night to bring snow to coastal South Jersey and Delaware. We have not been on board with that idea. Some models today were flirting with that. The latest run of the GFS, which I'm showing here, does not show that, so we're now backing off of it. This is looking at Thursday. Thursday is going to be a partly to mostly sunny day also. A little bit cooler again than it was today, so probably instead of being low to mid 40s, you're probably closer to the 40-degree mark here on Thursday. Here's that piece of energy moving along the front. You can see it's kind of backing a little bit. Here's Friday morning right here, and then you get to Friday afternoon. Doesn't even get to Delaware or South Jersey this time, so there's no precipitation coming that far north. This is a very elongated area low pressure sitting offshore here that's going to continue to the northeast, and we don't think it's going to affect the shore points or anywhere near Delaware or southern New Jersey. So we're not going to completely write that chance off the table yet, but odds are against that, and we remain against that idea for any accumulating snow in southern New Jersey and Delaware with this offshore system. It should just stay offshore and move northeast and out of the picture. We will keep an eye on it, though. This next piece of energy is just a trailing piece of energy that's going to swing through our region here on Saturday night and the first part of Sunday. So here is early Saturday. You can see it's sitting over Michigan, basically, and then as you go further in time, it moves eastward, but it's going to lose a lot of punch as it hits the mountains here in central Pennsylvania. Just some light stuff anyway. We're just talking about light snow showers. As in, if you go to the next frame here, there's really not much of it left. So at some places it could get a quick coating to an inch out of this, possibly, but I think most areas will not, and you're looking at maybe a quick dusting somewhere here and there where those snow showers do occur, but they're just going to be kind of widely scattered here, and it's not really organized on Saturday night. And then here is early Sunday morning. It starts to pull away and consolidate to the east and away from the region. So that's it for that system. So what's going to move up into New England? And then we're going to have another system that's going to come in on Tuesday night, it looks like. Now, this is the one that has a little bit of interest, or at least has piqued my interest. It's what we like to call a Saskatchewan screamer. And the reason we're calling it that is because the piece of energy is originating from the Saskatchewan, Canada area and is going to scream southeastward. It's going to move very, very quickly southeastward. And that piece of energy is modeled to affect our region here on Tuesday night. Here's a look at Tuesday morning at a little frontal boundary coming through here, Monday night, early Tuesday. But then you have this piece of energy that's rounding the base of the trough again, and you have a surface low that's going to form and give some parts of our coverage areas, some accumulating snow. This is not going to be a heavy event. This is just like essentially a clipper, but it could be our first measurable snowfall for a lot of areas if this thing behaves properly. There's a lot of different situations, different solutions of what this can do, and right now it's just showing a very minor event here. You can see that mainly for the interior away from the coast. It's just showing it a minor event with snow showers and maybe coating to an inch or two, maybe 3. Okay, and that's on the latest GFS run here for Tuesday night. This is what we're looking at right now. This is Tuesday night, and then once we get to Wednesday, this thing consolidates up into New England, really gives them a big storm up in there in interior New England, northern New England. But our area is spared, and we just get the minor impacts from it as it passes by. But the reason we need to watch this is if this thing digs a little bit more, like shown on the 12Z run. I'm going to show you the same thing, but this is on the 12Z GFS. This thing digs a little bit further south. So you see now the surface low, instead of being over south central Pennsylvania, is now over northern Virginia, and then heads out like this. If it heads in this direction like this, it digs a little bit further south, and that trough axis can tilt a little bit more neutral or maybe even negative, you can get some bigger snow amounts further south in our coverage area. We can get some bigger snow amounts out of this. Now, even the 12Z run wasn't off the charts with these snow amounts here. Okay, but it was still showing a widespread 2 to 4, 3 to 5 inch type event. And I think this can still occur, and you can see, but it's going to depend how far this energy digs, and as it just rounds the base of the trough here. So it all makes a difference of where that energy digs, and you can see that here on our most recent one. It doesn't do that. You see this, the low is sitting right over central Pennsylvania, and then consolidates over basically Albany, New York, and you get some wraparound snow behind it. Some very light stuff here on Saturday in the latest GFS run, but it won't take much for it. Instead of doing one of these numbers and coming right across Pennsylvania, but instead digging like this, like it did on the 12Z run, makes a difference between just getting a coating to 1 inch or 2 or getting a 2 to 4, 3 to 5 inch type snowfall. So we'll continue to monitor this. This is almost a week away, so we have plenty of time to look at this and narrow down forecasts. But I do think this is an interesting time frame in that Tuesday night to into Wednesday time frame that we need to pay attention to, and at least see what this does, because it does have potential to dig a little bit more and give somebody, or give a large area of our large portion of our coverage area a pretty decent snowfall if this works out the way we think it might. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martich. That is our outlook for December 6, 2017. Have a great Wednesday.